Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? So, listen, don't trust me. Why would you say that, Sheena? I mean, come on, girl. Why would you say that? So, here's the thing this has been popping up for me this week. When things start to come in your life and you're like, why is this popping up? I always ask that question. I want to know, why is this popping up? And I've heard the word trust and I've felt mistrust. And I'm like, what is going on? So, here's the thing don't trust me. You see, if somebody says to me, I trust you, then what I'm thinking of is that they're passing responsibility onto me for the results. Because when you trust something, you don't talk about it. You never say that word. So if you're saying that, if you find that you're saying that to your partner, maybe, I trust you, let me tell you what you're actually saying is, I don't trust you. And then people say to me, well, I'm 99% sure. No, you trust or you don't. There is no in between. And you see, doubt will take you out every time. If you have an element of mistrust, just one tiny element, whether it's 0.001%, you will be shown that because you either trust or you don't. Let's look at it. Do you trust that you're going to wake up in the morning? Did you trust that? Did you have to say to yourself before you went to sleep, I trust you to wake up? Did you trust that the sun was going to come up this morning? Did you say to the sun, I trust you're going to come up this morning? Do you trust that you're breathing right now? Do you have to say to yourself, I trust that you're breathing? No, you just know. So that's the feeling of trust, knowing. But I know what happens. Things come up in your body, and you know why? Because you're pre programmed or you've had previous experiences. So here's the other thing don't trust yourself. You see, that's what I learned as well. And I was like, when I heard that, I went, oh my goodness, I've been taking 52 years to trust myself. And now you're telling me not to trust myself. And like, what did he mean by that when he said that? What did he mean by that? Don't trust myself. Well, here's the thing. See this body? I mean, 98% of your results are coming from in here. Hiya, Henry. How you doing? And so it's pre-programmed. You've got genetics in there, you've got DNA, and it could be great, great, great Auntie Betty that you never even knew. She's flipping well had a problem and you've picked up on it. Or when you were younger, you had a couple of paradigm punches that changed everything, changed your view and everything, and you don't even know that it's running the show. Here's a thing. Do you ever play this game in your head? So say you decided, right, that's it, I'm not having a glass of wine. That's it, done. We're having no more wine to this week. And so but then you have this little voice in your head that goes, go on. She'll just have a wee glass. She'll go on. Nobody will know. It'll be really nice. Oh, you'll sit there and it'll feel so good. Go on, Sheena, have a wee glass of wine. And then you have the glass of wine. What does your body do after? Well, see, you couldn't even last a night without a glass of wine. You said you weren't going to have wine all this week, and there you are having a glass of wine. Well, you're just useless. I don't know if anybody's ever had those conversations in their head, but I certainly do. Henry, did you have? Henry's on LinkedIn at the minute. So, by the way, if you're on here, there's a little, well, not a little, it's just an absolutely awesome, awesome thing that's going on next week called Dare. Did you watch Permission to be Rich? Well, I'm daring you to be rich, and I'm daring you not to trust yourself, not to trust me. But you know what I want you to trust? What if I said God? What does that bring up in you? What if I said universal intelligence? What if I said infinite intelligence? What if you just decided with the 2% brain that you've got that's running the show, that really clearly is like making all the decisions and then thinking of the answers? That's just 2% when 98% is running the show. You don't even know what's in there. What if I said to you that if you know the way you hear this all the time and it goes, let it go, let it go, let it go. I'm sure there's a song out there going, let it go, let it go. Hiya, Monica. Lovely to have you here. Hiya, Maddie. How you doing? Yes, Maddie, we've all had those thoughts. So here's the thing. Let it go. I have been practicing this. I mean, finally, I get the words that Bob actually says. Let it go. Let go and let God. Because trust me, you don't know the answer. And if you do know the answer, you're connecting the dots going forward. Well, you're actually living in the past. Steve Jobs said that you can only connect the dots looking back. If you're connecting them going forward, you're literally living in the past. Stop being so predictable. Predictability is holding you in place. I dare you to be unpredictable. The best things that people could say to me is going, well, Sheena, I wasn't expecting that from you. Or you're not the way I thought you. You've changed. Great. I don't want to be the same as I've always been because that got me those results. I want different results. I want to be stepping out and not knowing. So I ask for what I want and then I let it go. And I trust the universe to deliver. Here's the thing. Say if you were on a wee game, Xbox. I've never played them, but I've watched people playing them. So when you like, what shall I do next? What shall I do next? What shall I do next? And then you go, right, I'm going to do that. And you press the button. Well, the decision's been made. And then the game carries on. Now, what would happen if you doubted that after? I mean, if you were in a game and it was a fighting game, what would happen? I mean, somebody come along and take you out, wouldn't they? So when you press that button on that game, you have to literally go and try to flip and get in there and do what you can. And then if you decide, I don't want to be in here, then you make another decision. And you keep making decisions, but you go with the decision and you test it out. You don't know what's going to happen. That's where the fun is. My goodness, that's what Bob's been saying. That's where the fun is. So here's the thing. Stop saying, I trust you, and learn to trust yourself. But which self are you trusting? Which one? Understand that there's paradigms going on. And if you're in emotional reaction, don't trust that. Don't trust an emotional reaction, good or bad. Do not trust that. What we want to learn is the cool, calm knowingness. The cool, calm knowingness. Wow. Imagine if you brought yourself there. If you want to know, listen, book on this. I dare you. I mean, I flipping dare you. Step forward, pay $120, get in. There's nine of us, literally. You could book a call with all 9 of us if you wanted. What would that be worth? I mean, it costs £1,000 an hour. £1,000 an hour. There's 9 consultants on here, and they're willing to give their time for you. But will you show up for you? Oh, well, I don't know what it's going to be like, and I don't know this, and I don't know that. Listen, you've been asking for something. If you're watching this, you might want to pay attention, because you can only see what you've asked to see. It is law, because the universe is you pushed out. Your universe, you are the center of your universe, and what you see is what you've been creating. So what have you been asking for? What have you been asking for? Now be honest. Have you been doing your affirmation? Well, and I'm not talking about the affirmations. I'm talking about the 80% of your day where you're maybe complaining. I didn't notice this myself. Your affirmations at the beginning, your affirmations at the end, and in the middle, you're complaining and worrying. I have some people who say to me, yes, Sheena, I'm a Christian. I practice my religion and whatever religion you've got, and I practice it. And I go, all right, so you're a practicing Christian or practicing Catholic or practicing Muslim, whatever it is. Yeah, well, do you worry, doubt, and fear? Oh, gosh, yes. Well, then you're not practicing your religion. Where did it say in the Bible? Worry your little head off. Where? It said, ask, believe, receive. Not the belief that you're going to get what you want, but the belief, the knowingness that there's a higher power out there looking after your every need. What are you doing with it? But of course, clearly you've got all the answers. I haven't got your answers. I've got my answers, but I'm going this way. And maybe I inspire you. Maybe I don't. It doesn't really matter. But if I inspire you, book on that link up there, down there, depending on where you're looking. Come on in. You're going to have these videos. They are going to be, you're going to have them for life. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait myself. When I did the Permission to Be Rich, I had to sit there and listen to the 12 hours of it because I was the host. It has changed my life. So if you miss Permission to Be Rich, get yourself in here. Click on that link and join us. I'll see you in there on Monday, 6 o'clock UK time. Listen, it's been awesome, awesome, awesome having you on here. And thank you so much for all your comments on StreamYard here. And I'll see you next time. See you now.